So y'all, this is literally my favorite part. I love pulling different inspiration imagery. And as you can see, as we begin to pull up different images, there's a design language that begins to form, right? And so you start to see details and patterns. And for me, I was seeing an overall color palette. It was the neutral colors, the taupes, the blacks, right? But it still had an earthy undertone to it, which I loved, right? As you begin to look at the imagery that I pulled, you start to see the patina, the paint, and the details and the texture. And so I knew when I wanted to paint my bedroom, I was like, okay, I have to get a specialty paint finish. And so I'm working with Portola Paints to start to pull their lime wash finish and their Roman glazed paint chips, right? So as I mentioned, I love to pull inspiration from fashion as well. I think, with Tulum being the inspiration behind my bedroom, thinking about the textiles that are worn in that country to influence the textiles that are used in my bedroom. So as you can see in this image, you start to see this woman here with a washed linen. And then here you start to see her wearing almost like a chunky knit cable dress. But even her hat, still a natural material with the rattan. And from there, I begin to pull, samples. As you can see, I have a washed linen material from Parachute. I actually love their bedding and love their material, but I like the crinkliness of it as well. At the time, didn't know if I wanted to have an upholstered bed or a wooden frame bed, but I pulled some woven materials. Again, looking at them in different shades and different hues, and also looking at them in my bedroom to see how the light will reflect in that environment with the appropriate paint swatch. This is really fun for me. It's important for me to get everything in my head out. So just pulling every sample that I can, every textile material, just to make sure that every idea in my head is actually explored as I go through this design process. So we went from our mood board, and now we're gonna transition to my laptop and create the first thing is a floor plan, which I would do in AutoCAD. As an interior designer, you always have to measure, measure, and measure. It's so important to take accurate measurements. When you go into retail stores, most of the time it's an open floor concept. So everything looks misleading inside. You don't ever want to buy furniture that does not fit. That is a big no-no. And then from there, what I'll do is take the measurements of my bedroom, draw a little sketch of the measurements, and then from there I'll go into AutoCAD where I'll draw a floor plan or use the existing floor plan but add it and build it to scale. Simultaneously, I'm shopping, looking for the items that I need. So specifically, I needed a bed, I need a nightstand, a lampshade, a dresser, and some type of seating, right? So making sure those items fit as I'm building out my floor plan. It's so important. Once the floor plan is completed, moving into Photoshop to create a digital design presentation. And so the goal of this is just to see what it will look like visually with the items that I've sourced. So we like to say FF&E, which is furniture, finishes, and equipment. And then from there, once I sign off, I purchase all the items. And yeah, can't wait to show you my final design.